Optic already being the aggressor, taking a lot of space in the middle of the map. Shotzzy flies right through middle, instantly at your bottom window, opens up the initial gunfight, but it's a battle right now for the map control. Need a team one and a half time.
Yeah, nice moment from Shotzzy, able to read down to 1, plus have assistance for Mercules to shut down Scrap. So opening time looks good. Thieves trying to surround this P1, hitting every single point of ingress at the same time. Dashy not quite able to finish onto the first kill in front of him. So with that, Thieves will win all their individual 1v1s, get back, counteract Optic's time, and start to make a move to try to push Optic around the map.
Yeah, Optic really didn't know what the setup was looking like there. They were just waiting for their final teammate to spawn, and as soon as he spawns, Dashy turns and unfortunately loses the fight. Then you lose the map control after that, but now it's a race off the rotation. The Nuke wins a one-on-one, but he's knocked down to 16 HP. You got Mercules with the cover fire, and this is the hill that Optic love on exposure.
Yeah, what a read from Merc. Able to shrug off the player at mid, find the kill on the side. Watching it, turns it into a double. Big moment here for Thieves. Now have the numbers to keep pushing forward. Dashy wants to shell this though, and Hydra's right there to beat him. So Thieves will gain some control over 2 and push Optic back.
Yeah, fighting very early on is Thieves, showing the gunny. Abizi having a hot start alongside Hydra. Abizi's on 4 in a row. Eventually he is going to get traded, and all of Optic Texas are going to fight their way back into contest this old time, but the numbers still in favor of LA. The gunny still in favor of LA, and now Optic has to start thinking about that rotation because it's only 20 seconds left.
Yeah, Scrap able to, again, keep Optic at arm's reach in front of P2. Now off of his regen, able to get back to the ARs. Hydra, yeah. Able to deal with the first, turn around, find the second. But like you mentioned, the big thing is about rotating to new, and actually Thieves will spawn close here.
Stuns getting invested through the front window. So far, so good, as Hydra's keeping it safe on the backside, catches the timing onto the Nuke. Already put yourself in the numbers advantage while Hydra's blocking the back, so all of Texas have to break through front window, and this is not easy. You have to check every corner. Now Kenny's on 5 in a row.
Yeah, really good moment here from Kenny. Just has the freedom to push forward, like you mentioned, considering the control of spawns and the manipulation of the map from Thieves. And that breaks down Optic's break attempt pretty quickly. Split moment here, though, and actually Optic somehow come away with every single gunfight win. That's a very quick 4 down, unexpectedly so, and much neededly so for Optic, trying to get themselves over 25 points early.
Yeah, but Scrap is out. Scrap is out. You are not going to be aware of that, so now he just needs to value his life. Scrap individual prowess and try to block the spawns. Doesn't matter. I still spawn right behind you if I'm the new.
Yeah, but it's just Hook for now, and Abizi gets the read to at least get the trade out. What a start this has been for LA.
Good
Optic
stuff.
in pieces as Kenny continues to just bump the hard point and go a little rogue. He's got 2 in the kill feed, while Hydra is able to get the read on the rest of Optic's approach over through Solar. Scrap picks up the lane. Do you get a read that Shotzzy spawns behind you, though? Now you do, because Hydra spawns out, but it's a little bit too late. Optic get another free break.
Yeah, Optic keep getting these opportunities with some spawns that come into play. Shotzzy towards the backside, that should not be an option, but he does, and now he makes the most of it. You get the break.
Not able to fully win the battle versus Scrap, and Thieves now have a chance to collapse on the hard point with weak Optic members in the hill.
Yeah, and Hydra won his one-on-one on the opposite side of Dirt, so it's a clean break there from the Thieves, perfectly executed on the back of individual gunfights. Now all of Texas swarming over towards ringside. Scrap, your job is to hold down mid-map as long as you can, but now you lose mid-map, and Optic have all the angles to get you out.
Kenny able to find first blood. Shotzzy trying to dive into the hill. Hook is trying to play from the front. But there it is. Hook gets 2. Mercules jumping in, finds the 3rd. And Optic once again, counter break very late. Scrap doesn't check his corner. It was more focused on if anyone is hitting from the front side of the hill. And as he drops, will end the first rotation. A rotation that had largely been controlled.
Gonna be top probably.
Outside outer. One side you cook right, bro. I'm living. I've all mid.
I'm native bush.
One's outer. On time.
On time and one top. Next time, top.
Top one shot. Next time. Inner. I'll get it. Flying. And Merc with the weak. One window. Yeah, we just played the live ready to get. Okay, we're already here. I got one.
On time.
I'm right. There's not hit twice. There's 2.
I got one shot.
There's 2 there. Brandon, we get it back. Going top blue.
Zig, front him.
Nice.
Low, close left.
Okay, I'll still top right, bro. He's gonna shot.
Trying to help you.
I'll stop here.
Stop. Make
Okay, wait.
I'm native. One's low.
Oh, he's low. Just, I dropped it. I dropped it. All good. Reset, bro. Reset.
Yeah, reset. I'm gonna try to get it.
Nice,
Nice, Sharon. You're by
I'll
yourself.
mid somewhere.
Well, Thieves, a couple of decent setups, trying to break their way into the hard points, both at 2 and 3, but Mercules has become a problem. And as we get to the final moments here at 3, we swap over to see how Optic are coming.
Front server in time. Front server, low server, low server.
Watch out, two.
Okay, soak this 15, soak this 15.
Two jumping up,
Heavy look. You're spawning in front. One put a spawn in the back.
Watch the back, bro. I spawn here, though.
Two front door. One shot, absolute top Paco.
Hold the back, hold the back.
In the back.
Watch out.
Kenny's ape in the back,
I spawn in the back.
He's there.
Help in the back. In the back, dead. Front of me. Watch out. I'm right corner. He's wall bouncing.
They're front through
One
front.
bullet.
You're by yourself.
Right corner time on me, boys.
Wait,
I need time.
nice.
So one shot. There's 2 down.
I heard someone.
Corner.
Hit bunny.
I'm banging from front.
Absolute laying down. He threw
One shot on time.
They're both at all with one bullet.
All good.
Nice.
Get me.
Oh my god.
I'm saying I
Get
don't
me new.
We're Optic are as we move over to 1 again.
Yeah, and there's no way you're going to be able to read the golden child in Mercules. Takes the long route. He has some time to work with. The repinch is going to come in, but damage already dealt. You get the guy off of the HP. Now you got to force someone out of their positioning while Dashy's already on the repinch. He's going to take you off. Optic still only need 14.
Yeah, but how about Kenny coming back over to top window? Dashy finds one before falling. 2v2 over the time. And Hydra gets the shutdown onto Ant. Hook following. No, nothing there. Nice moment for LA. 35 seconds on the clock. You've got Dashy stuck bottom dirt right now. So you need to try to create something up top. Mercules gives you 1. But not enough to really get LA off the time until Shotzi and Merc combine for a couple. Hook trying to follow to get inside of the fun. But it will be stuns and nades that keep this thing relatively contested. We keep our attention largely over to what happens next at P2.
Yeah, and it's all about the battle off the rotation as well. You're going to have Kenny in a position to be early over towards the P2. Optic can no longer win. They're all from Solar, but this is not how you ideally want to play this. Thieves are just playing keep away. You can manage this. Don't allow Optic to win this map. Don't allow them to win this rotation. Just keep them on the backside of Solar, but Mercules, the golden child, opens up at the first.
Hydra, though, right back in for the contest, but does not expect the Merc is still holding up top. So win comes way to Optic. You gotta go quickly if you're LA. Pinch is on the way, but doesn't get here to stop the players who are actually on the hard point. There's a kill that comes through. The contest, though, does not. And Optic able to survive. Gonna bother throwing any defensive members over to A early. So opting to play for a retake here, and they're gonna do so by putting pressure on the flank. Mercules the one responsible for watching it.
Yeah, Mercules is gonna choose his angle wisely and unfortunately get caught with his pants down. So first blood in favor of Thieves, but Shotzi looking to instantly make up for it. Go back for the ego, child. If you're easy, you make it a 3v3, and Optic are pushing through.
Yeah, why not? You've got a 4v2, you know that on the site, but as Hook tries to create something at mid, the rest of the Thieves flank is able to collapse, find kills, but Dashy responds. The 2v2 we go. Bomb down, smoke fading. Scrap, Kenny, both seen, but Dashy can't deal with either one of them, leaving it all down to Shotzi. And he's looking to kind of change up the angle and go up and over, but he may have missed his window as he sees Scrap, and it looks like that's mutual info as, yeah, Thieves are watching right at him.
Yeah, and Scrap has a sniper pistol, so how does Shotzi decide to play this? That bomb being down on the bottom side of green isn't going to help, but
3v3, Hydra has not committed to get the bomb planted yet. He's up top on Motel, while Kenny, meanwhile, has found every kill for Thieves.
Oh, no.
And depending on the timing, he may get number 6. Shotzi has been seen. Alarm bells ring for Abizi. He finds the kill. And even Kenny finding tags onto Dashy has Optic completely trapped in mid.
Yeah, that's a big heads up play there from Ken to spot out Shotzi on the pinch when he gets by him. And now it's left up to Hook. This time for a 1v2. With only 20 seconds left, you know, Thieves have to commit on A. They have yet to do so, so time is on your side.
He may watch this cross, but no, a little bit of second guessing if they've gone underneath him to B. And in that moment of indecision, Hook will allow the bomb to be planted. Nice shots to Hydra, who I don't know how is alive. It looked like he just got his bell rang. But he survives to tell the tale, and now Hook has to do this the hard way in the 1v2. Abizi's shoulders have not been seen yet. Oh, looking for some team shots, potentially. Hook just outside the bomb, looking for the quick plant. LA haven't thrown many nades yet. They're here to try to contest this, but the force is significant, and that will be enough to get the bomb planted and start to go to work on the post plant. Hydra with the opener, but the response from Mercules is better. Kenny also takes a ton of damage from a stray nade, and he's got really nowhere to go from here. Quick round for Optic.
Yeah, very quick round from Optic. Great post plant setup. They just had to commit on that bomb plant. You would have loved to invest some stuns and nades to potentially find an opening there if you were the Thieves. But once that bomb goes down, Shotzzy was causing a distraction on the top side of Motel.
And it's just really down to how much does Optic commit on this full flank. They're going to get isolation onto Abizi. And instead of going for the flank, they're going to back up to see if they can get an early retake on A.
Yeah, because now you got the numbers. All you have to do is just play trades out. You got Shotzzy working on the pinch alongside Mercules, but the repositioning from Kenny might be too much to handle. He finds one and is able to get out for Shotzzy to continue to look for you.
Taking a lot of time, and in that time, the two post-plant defenders over the top of the A site isolate down to Hook. So now it's just down to Shotzzy. This would be a 1v3 for him. But tucked into a corner is Scrap, but he tosses a trophy. It gives Shotzzy a chance at it, but he can't quite lock down the pistol shots. LA finds a crossing angle. That's his 8th elimination now. And how about the aggression from Shotzzy? He's cleared out all of A. Should lead to a really free plant and let Shotzzy just do Shotzzy things here.
Yeah, Shotzi's getting information. They got to be working the pinch because no one is going to be spotted. But there goes Scrap right in front. Wins the one-on-one. Now it's going to slow down your play call here and potentially just instantly getting this bomb down because we need to make up for these numbers.
A couple of late nades for the Thieves. Don't quite land on a Mercules, who's back to full health. Dashy trying to hold off the flank. Mercules trusted to watch things from the front. He's going to catch one for free. No one in immediate position to find a trade. Kenny looking for an angle. Snaps over his Mercules for more damage. There's a shoulder. The jump out from Scrap. Really good little bait and switch. Dashy's nade tags, but doesn't find the trade. And he's now stuck kind of in the same position that Mercules was. Nowhere to go. Thieves starting to run away with this one.
Yeah, I don't want to hit nothing else to worry.
Yep, defense gets into place. You could see Kenny was really hoping he could find timing on that top window position, but as the bomb carrier, has to make a decision surrounding the objective as the opening trade could switch to a 3v3. Scrap getting some damage on Mercules, who stays alive by backing up, and now Dash is going to try to flip the map around by playing on a late flank, but while this is happening, Kenny's going to get the plant.
It's all about the timing. I don't know if Abizi is able to spot him on the cross. It looks like he does gain that information, but so does Dashy. But on the opposite side, Kenny's able to find another. Puts down shots, has his player weak. Let's send him for the kill, but Abizi gets caught 2v2.
Yeah, Scrap too low. Can't really play for the trade. Kenny's the one defending on top of his previous plant. And Dashy is out and around. LA trying to change the post plant late by getting in through mid, and the timing for Scrap is perfect. That's 6. You may be able to credit the first couple of rounds to Kenny for being in takeover mode. Optic really have not found much success on offense in terms of getting the bomb planted. Dashy with the scope. You saw the glint at range from Scrap, so it looks like we're gonna have 2 snipers on the table this round. Optic are kind of double stacked over towards B field though. Couple of exchange of shots coming out, but the first blood may very well happen here. Shotzzy just underneath the plane, looking for an angle, finds Ken for the first, knows that Scrap is nearby. Pistol up though for Scrap, wins it. Mercules not in position for the initial trade because Hydra fills the gaps, and now it's just down to Dashy with the sniper in hand. He hits the first. Don't rule him out, especially if he can hold this angle and find one more, but Scrap beats him. And how about a quick response from LA?
Yeah, that wasn't even close there, Al. The Optic is so good on the defensive side in search to destroy, but couldn't secure at least one on this map where you know where the play is going to come in. And that's just due to the playmaking ability.
Dashy stops Hydra from being a surprise, and then Shotzzy does shut down Kenny, meaning that the EMP will have to slow down just a touch. Stun comes through, gives an opportunity for Scrap to isolate the gunfight, and he does. But now he's by himself with just a pistol, and yeah, Optic will overwhelm him. Hydra off of the respawn, doesn't ever see Hook, but now he does, and that will be enough to help out Kenny for his double. But Shotzzy is out of there, trying to keep the EMP in Optic's hands.
Yeah, thankfully Shotzzy was able to turn that corner, because if you're losing that gunfire from the back, then all of Thieves are in the position to instantly get a cat. But Hydra might still be able to do it. Just catches the one-on-one gunfight. Shotzzy was trying to finesse, but you finessed to the wrong direction.
Every single moment, Optic try to put something together, including this one. Scrap with the second score instantaneously. And Kenny's on 5 with eyes.
EMP in the possession of the Thieves, but he loses that gunfight. So no Hellstorm secured, but another score on the board. Thieves are running it up.
Holy cow, dude. This has been possibly scored to end the half right here.
Oh, that's a big win, though, out of the Duke. Gonna force Kenny to wrap back every single time. They're just looking for that one opening gunfight. They consistently are losing it as of now. But with a minute left, Optic now have an opportunity to get one added. Working your way through mid-alley. Shotzzy needs a kill, can't find it. Now Kenny here just keeping them away. Rotation is in again for Optic.
And Hydra's just absolutely destroying the Optic backline. Problem is, he's moving all the way over towards A, so these kills aren't going to amount to too much. Kenny's got to step up right now. Does he get there in time? No. They're going to sacrifice the score and play for the reset. So Optic on the board, but the new location for the EMP's up top, and look at the amount of space that LA have.
Oh, but the nuke gets the capture, one's a one-on-one towards the middle of the map, but you lose that gunfight in towards the spawn, so Hydra opens up the lane. Kenny just has to cross, being uncontested, and that is going to be the halftime. Thieves coming a little more. You have to clear out every single corner because you're not counting the players right now, so Optic need to have a whole lot better of a second half here if they want to fight back into it, and that's already 3 dead. Mid-map control is going to be there, so you just got to get this trade on Hydra, who was on 10 in a row. I blinked, and he just started frying.
Yeah, dude, it was after that last counterattack there from Optic. He gets that 2 in the highlight feed that we saw, and then just stays alive the entire time when they eventually got their 4th score and turns it into an opening double here on this half. So, first 30 seconds, at least by momentum, feels like it's going the way of the Thieves as Scrap takes down 2. Abizi shut down by Shotzzy. The pickup for Scrap is only momentary. And Hydra will just have to, well, let's say get to work holding this position, but he wants more and almost gets it. Hook will have the last word on that gunfight, though, and Kenny will drop behind as Optic keep their base safe.
Just in sync, looking like an actual team on overload. We're only taking risks when we need to, when we have the numbers. We are calculating these pushes. We are accounting for anyone, not allowing anybody on the side of Optic to slip by us. And we are taking all of our opportunities and making the most of it. 35 seconds is mathematically impossible in the final 5. And Thieves are going to dominate here in the overload, take a commanding 2-1 lead. And this looks like a whole different roster.
Yeah, it really does. I mean, there's just no hole.
Jesus.
That's another 4 down. You can go ahead and just make this icing on the cake. It'll be a 5-1 tally.
Dunk.
Dude, I'll say. I mean, you're absolutely right. I mean, you can obviously confirm and validate that with the scoreboard, but it's just, there's no holes right now for this Thieves team. And I don't know if it's just simply because we've gotten 3 maps where Abizi could pop a 3rd M15 if he wants to, and that just allows for Kenny to get into the mix a little bit more and not feel like he's got, if you haven't already been shocked already.
Yeah, I guess at this moment it's a shock, but when you build a super team like this, you're bound to see some results very, very soon. Just sooner rather than later is what they were hoping for. And already into this map, number 4, they are dominating the mid-map pressure. Instantly flip Optic over towards green side and have been flawless in this hold.
Now BZ still soaking up time. Nades will connect, keeps him low. Kenny trying to step forward to help him out from the shots cross. Has Dashy in the way, doesn't miss a bullet. Back over to mid, almost, but at least gets BZ back into the hill. So more contests coming through. Flawless start still, though, for LA. And now it's just down to winning this next set of gunfights with 10 seconds remaining. Optic find the clearance of the old hill. And Scrap, well, they're actually trying to flip things around here through mid. A couple of good kills come out.
In full control of the HP, and Optic is still spawning over towards green. So Optic continuously looking out of sync. Going 1 by 1, just getting picked apart as Scrap lines up a double. That's going to be 4 dead. LA Thieves still in control.
Looking good, looking good. Flawless start. Abizi off the regen. Nades landing. Kenny on the cutoff, though. Able to find 1 damage onto the second. Leaves for an easy trade for Hydra. And Abizi is just soaking up more hill time. He is almost at a minute of hill time already. And he's finding objective kills 4 in a row for Abizi. Doesn't respond to Mercules, but Kenny's got the lineup on that same pinch route through blue. Last 1v1 for Hydra, and Dashy goes the way of Optic, who will stave off some of that scrap time, now moving to 3.
And that's such a big kill onto Abizi because he was a slither away from earning himself back into the mix. Flawless so far for the first 15 seconds. You don't have the spawns that you want, but you are lighting up the kill feed.
That's right. Oh, big win for Scrap. 1 more? No, not quite. Dashy with the shutdown. But Abizi and Hydra are right there to take control of the hard point. Kenny gets a read on the flank play from Shotzzy. Can't deal with it initially. Has Scrap in some worry as Optic are trying to break the hill from the front. But Shotzi's now been seen. Stall. Look at the spawns, though, Jay. A little bit split, and Kenny catches Optic in the hill by surprise. A chance for them to re-break with 15 on the clock.
Shotzi just needed to value his life a little more. It's just Scrap catches that angle.
Trying to rely on the pistol, but shut down. Optic now trying to breach from the front. Shotzi gets 1. But tagged down low, there's the trades. Back and forth we go. Dashy in trouble, finds 1 more before falling. That should stabilize the spawns here for Thieves, and it does.
Yeah, but Optic already here, pushing their way through white wall. You have the information that they're already going to be in your face. Here comes the nuke on the pitch. He gets cut down by none other than Kenny. A 3 for 1, make it 4 for 1. Thieves still hold on. Still 20 seconds here. So Optic can get into this one last hurrah because they are blessed with those green spawns regardless. But you need to push out if you are Thieves. You don't want to get trapped towards the back.
Yeah, and as they do, Mercules finds one. And that's enough for some scrap time to be battled for. Mercules even finds another, so that slows down. One more spawner for Optic comes up at that exact moment. Kenny not able to finish off onto Hook. Hydra misses a window onto one, but still follows up to take down Merc. Can't slip away from the trade, though. An opportunity here for Optic to regain the lead with 20 still to fight for.
Yeah, they have a lot of map control. This is going to be their lead plus some. And now you start thinking about that rotation. Hydra in a huge one-on-one here versus Dashy, and he loses it off the backslide. So now what does it do to the spawns? Because Optic is going to take space over towards blue. LA Thieves are going to spawn on the backside of old, and now Optic have an opportunity to chain it over towards Motel. And now Optic are going to be outnumbered. You give these an opportunity, and they seize it. Looking for a lead change again off of P one time. Final 20 seconds. You're going to start thinking about that rotation, but Brucey is coming to life. 2 in a row with straight Thieves.
And Mercules feeling it, trying to jump on in. Knows he's got help all around this hard point. It is a mess at the scrap time of P1. Hook 20 and 13 off a double. Gives us a moment to breathe here.
Ice him and get some fights to go your way, but Hook is only able to find one. So the break is in for Thieves. Now you need your AR to just put down cover fire. Kenny forced to back on down, hoping that your teammate can go for a trade. But now there's pressure from every single angle on the side of Optic. The break is in, and they might be able to clean house here.
Yeah, sure feels that way. Hydra, whoa, gets a little bit of support there from Scrap, and that turns into an opportunity for him to get the regen and shut things down. That's a 2v3 on the hill. Going to be a lead swap likely here for Thieves. Optic spawning over towards the left side of the map, deciding if they want to try to hit this or not, maybe. And that opening elimination will have them try to flood forward. But Kenny, a BZ, able to shut it down and leave it just a Scrap for a 1v1 with Dashy. That's 4 in a row. LA now moving across. But a BZ, patient. And with help from Kenny, the hard point stays open. Wow, dude, Kenny just continues to pop doubles when they need him most. Now on 3 in a row, soaking up a little bit of hard point time. Not a trophy in sight, it looks like, but it doesn't make a difference. The ARs are continuing to light things up here for Thieves. Hook is working on a route to New, but he's isolated, and if he gets seen, which Scrap is able to spot him, should be a chance to isolate and shut him down. Oh, and there it is. Big moment here for Thieves, up about 50, and they're gonna have the rotation to New.
Yeah, this might be the game. Optic are panicking right now. They need to get off of these back green spawns. You just gotta get past Kenny, who was able, off of the hill time, off of the slaying, and 5 in a row.
Just staring at the back to make sure no one hits a route. Pressure from Optic when they need it most. Will move the spawns around, but Kenny bails out, comes back into the play, and that's 3 dead for Thieves. Mercules not able to find a route. The timing is perfect. Hellstorm is out. Thieves can close out pretty much the game here if they can find every single second.
Yeah, that's all they're looking for. That's why you call this in. Just keep them away from as long as we possibly can. Another clean 4 dead in the feed. Split spawns for Optic. Shotzzy closest man gets put to 1 shot, but instantly traded. You can't get in towards blue. You can't cross the line. Hydra lines up 2, and that's the last man standing for the nuke. But they're going to be able to breeze that 235 point mark. Only need 15. Finds one through mid cut, but he's not expecting the player to be over towards playing heady. So now Thieves got to work a different approach. Kenny around the back gets gunned down by Mercules. Optic so far holding down this P5. This was the hill that got them back into the game, and they might have another answer on it.
Sure looks that way. First 30 seconds are perfect. You still have Shotzzy up at the mid cross. Dashy staying safe with the trophy system right in front of him. And he's also got Mercules in his window. Kenny trying to just find an opening. Nothing there. 45 seconds have gone the way of Optic, and Thieves might just have to scrap and just chalk this thing up.
Yeah, just gotta chalk this one up. Keep Optic trapped over towards green side. Don't allow anyone to slip on by, but it's a nuke finding one gunfight through the middle of the map. Now you get the trade at Delhi, and now Thieves are spawning on the backside of green, so Optic have gave themselves...
Yeah, the control is good right now at mid. Hydra playing over towards Motel Stairs has shots.
Big win.
Dashy makes safe the pinch. Forces LA to have to break this up. And Hydra finds 2 big ones. Hook now by himself. Gets the read on the Hydra for the trade. Has Dashy there to help him out of range. There's 2 for him. Shutdown comes through. Optic in a 2v4, and they're going to get over the 200-point threshold.
We just saw a comeback on this map. Miami did it to Boston, and now Optic looking for their own show. They are going to get killed off the time for now. They are going to be outnumbered in the middle of the map, and Scrap and everybody else in the Thieves are capitalized on it. They cannot win here. I don't think that they get that final segment, that final tick, so you got to think about that rotation.
Actually, they very well may. It's going to be really close. Optic are feeling like they have to try to chow this out. Hook's going to spawn out away from this.
Got a touch.
Do they get that final tick? There's 249. Do they get 250? They do. Oh, the last half of second comes in. No need
Kenny,
to rotate.
how's it feel to shut up the haters?
Always feels good. I'm used to it my whole career, so it's one thing I definitely like to do, but I also just like to focus on my team and, you know, I guess keep the confidence within the team. So I don't really listen to the outside noise most of the time.
Can you tell me about the improvement, though? Because you guys looked rough last time we saw you on screen. Tonight, you're taking out one of the big 3. What changed from the last matchup to this time around? Ali said you guys looked much more patient tonight.
Oh, yeah. I think that's a big thing we've been working on is teamwork. We're still a new team, so it's kind of just like instilling confidence in each other, understanding the game plan we want to do, and waiting for each other. That was like the major thing. I feel like in our last matches, we weren't waiting for each other. We're doing a lot of solo things, and ultimately, when we're not getting the kills, it's going to look bad. So today we got the kills, and we were waiting for each other, so it looked good.
Yes, it did.
You got the kills. Yeah, Kenny, you did get the kill. An unbelievable series out of you, especially a statement versus Optic Texas. I know that felt amazing. So I want to know what the solo work has been like for you. What have you been doing differently in or out of the game to try and work on these next coming weeks into Major 1?
Yeah, I think me is just like focusing on myself a lot of the time. I like to focus on the teamwork, but I think the thing with me is just like overcompensating or just trying to do too much for the team when I can just like focus on my gameplay and trust my teammates. And I think that's just something we're building right now, just trust, because we all are really new teammates. But right now, yeah, just focus on myself, watching my arrow more than the team, and, you know, just getting comfortable in the maps. Once I get comfortable, I feel like we'll be pretty dominant.
Well, Kenny, production just told me in my ear that I can officially announce you are our Scuff player of the game with the Scuff play of the game. Let's take a look here at your highlights throughout the series.
Nice.
You were snapping tonight.
Yeah, it felt good. I felt good today. I scammed the first map, though. The first map I scammed.
Differently, what
What do you
happened?
need today?
I mean, it's just a team. Like, we've been working really hard in scrims to get the vibe and, you know, the team morale, I guess, together. I think that's one thing that it just feeds into the game once we all like each other. I mean, we do like each other. It's just like, it's a different brotherhood whenever you're vibing and outside the game as well. So I think that is one thing that we've been working on a lot, and it's helped us in game. So.
And of course, we got to take a look at some of your numbers. You led the lobby, kills 100, KD 1.28, plus 22 on this series with 12,500 damage across just 4 games and a 2.75
I haven't seen one of those in a minute,
S&D. Don't
Haven't
call
seen one
it
of
a
those in a
comeback,
minute.
ladies and gentlemen.
We're going to send it to you.
That's a good series. I like that. I like that.
That's still Kenny's Optic from the LA Thieves online as well. Kenny, congratulations on a huge bounce back on a night where we see Faze and Optic lose. How much further back are you guys, and what's it going to take to be the champions at Major 1?
I don't think we're that far. I think right now, like I said, we're just working on our teamwork and getting all our game modes together. I think that's one thing we don't want to be is a one game mode Andes. And I think right now we're getting to that point, and I feel like it's just figuring out our map pool as well. So I think that's just one thing we're going forward with and focusing on. And the team morale, just keeping it up, keeping the vibes up, having fun.
That's match number 5 for you. You got 2 more next week. We'll catch you then.
Thank you.
That is Kenny. He was our Scuff player of the game with all the performance.